Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. And the Volunteers will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You've got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A-game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
This crowd going to try to make lot. Going over the top. Got it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kentucky! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfect. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things have...
What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in a tight.
Running toward the tape. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech.
Looking for a man. It's Carter. The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's York. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Vols are in the red zone. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He makes a grab. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, he'll off one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Harris will throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting it forward.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He makes the connection. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college.
Touchdown, Tennessee. A great catch and run for 6. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Scanning the field, it's Carter. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up.
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Gets it out fast. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Uncorks one. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Kentucky. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
30, Tennessee, 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Trying to get to it. Still looking, on the move. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Proctor. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. A strike downfield. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Dropping back, it's Carter. Unloads to the wideout. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
They'll run the screen. At the 15, he's loose. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Vols will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up.
Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Carter. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. On the move, it's Sapp. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on second down. And here's the third interception of the night. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Harris back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the stomping has commenced. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Here he comes with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Pulls it fired complete. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On second down, looking again to throw. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He finds his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. The give to the tailback. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 18 over Georgia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Steps away. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carter. On target. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
58, Tennessee, 10.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quickly complete. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. The punt is headed out of bounds, and that is good news when you have someone as dangerous as he is returning. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
65, Tennessee, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
To the air, it's Carter. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He hurls one deep down the left side. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown has ensued. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some ease.
And he breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This guy is putting up some numbers today, approaching that Joey Kent, Marcus Nash territory.
He's been unbelievable. There's just no way to stop him. The defense hasn't had answers. It's throw it to him short, he can make plays. It's throw it to him low.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Got his man downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got an open man. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. That's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some...
They get him a flush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Pocket starts to collapse. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet?
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you